So, welcome to video 3 in the 1774 series, and in this video I'm going to show you how to upgrade the module, upgrade its firmware. So there are two methods to do this. The first is to take the firmware files which are contained in this folder and copy all of these files onto the SD card using your computer. Now the SD card has to be formatted in FAT32 format first of all, and then you just copy these files across, plug the SD card back into the module, power cycle the module, and the module will upgrade itself. In exactly the same way we can do that, but using an application called Mercury Burn, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So Mercury Burn has some options here in terms of copying and recovering config files, copying the firmware from the PC to the board, and copying the firmware files to the board SD. The one we're going to use is this one, copy burn files from PC to board SD. First thing you do is put the IP address of the board in here, and then you click on this button that says burn files. Now obviously we have to show the application where these files are. So here we are, these are the 4 folders, and the folder that you want is this one at the top called burn files. You just need to highlight the folder, because inside, if I show you, there are no further folders inside, just all the files. So highlight the folder, click select, and you'll see that as soon as you do that, the application is copying those files across to the SD card. The final process is please reboot the board, which obviously we'll do in a moment. Now in both cases, the upgrade process, once you reboot the board, can take 5 to 6 minutes. So we recommend that once you reboot the board, whichever method you've used, allow 10 minutes before you do anything further. This will ensure that the board has had enough time to copy the files from the SD card into its flash memory on the actual board. So I'm going to reboot the board, and now you'll see that it says Mercury Reboot OK. Mercury is an alternative name for the UAV Nano. Now, last thing to say is that the files on the SD card, once they've been used once, two of the files will have their names changed by the application. And the reason for this is to stop the board from constantly upgrading its firmware each time you reboot it. So that the first time you do this, you'll find that the files have been effectively corrupted on purpose to make sure they can't be used to upgrade again. So if you do want to upgrade the firmware, you'll have to go through the process from scratch. So either take the SD card out, delete all the files and recopy all the files from the folder, or use this Mercury Burn program to repeat the process. Either way will work. So that's it. Now that you've clicked reboot, go for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes you'll find that the board has rebooted itself and is now running the latest firmware. So in the next video we're going to show you how to use the program that allows you to configure the Nano Ultra.